So when I tell people that you can have every single thing in life that you want with minimal effort, 60 people show up to the first call. And then it's like, I got to make a list and I got to write it into goals. And then I got to read them twice a day to myself. Next thing, 10 people's coming to class. But that's the reason I do these things, because I know how it goes, because I've been doing these for years. Everybody's all, but and it's just a little bit of work that distracts them. But it's like the 15 people that are still with me at the end of the 10 people, the 5 people that are still with me at the end of the class, that's the people that was meant to be there. So yeah, let me drop this in the Telegram. Okay. Well, that ain't it. Wait a minute. I was trying to put the link in there, copy the YouTube video, and what? Hello. Okay. Copy invite link. Let me drop this in the chat. Okay. Who has their list completed and written down into goals? Be honest. Be honest. Had a weekend all weekend. It was Father's Day weekend though, wasn't it? Just to show y'all. Okay. Now, Deborah, you have got to write it down into goal format. Just to show y'all. Yes, love it, Bonnie. Now, okay. You can't put some boots forever. But just to show y'all, like mine is done. I get up every morning. If I don't get it done before we start trading, y'all see me, I'll be muting the mic out. Like, I got to do my Dynasite. Doing it before I go to bed. Because it works. Gonna have every single thing I want and need. With no effort. It's just gonna come. So tonight, we're gonna talk about, can we fast track? Can we fast track through some of this? Every time I turn a page, it falls out and I have to tape it back in. Okay. Okay. Now, on the Dynasite. Oh, wow. The little old lady that had this book before me, it's the little old lady handwriting. I wonder how old that is. Okay, now, how long will it take? Okay. We're talking about speeding up the process now, okay? Can you speed up your progress? Yes. There is a method to bringing about the wanted changes to your life at an even faster rate than you can achieve through just doing your daily declarations alone. So our daily declarations is when we take our list that we made into goals and we read it and we see it and we take a few seconds and feel it, okay? While it's similar in nature to your daily declarations, it is somewhat different in the use and application. and totally different in the degree of power generated. Okay. You might think of a comparison between the two by thinking of the daily declarations as an ordinary 10-volt current, which is used to power like your lights and small appliances in your home. The power of super suggestion, which we're going to discuss, is then like the 220-volt current, which is used to power heavy machinery or bigger home appliances, which require far more energy. Super suggestion carries a far greater charge of power. For that reason, it is capable of moving your progress forward at a far faster rate than the daily declarations alone. Used together, these two kinds of motivating power, your daily declaration and your super suggestion, assure the most rapid results possible. Before outlining the use of super suggestion and showing how it works, it is well to consider its limitations, okay? Before outlining the use of super suggestion and showing how it works, super suggestion can only be used on the intangible goals you're seeking. You can use it to build yourself, bring about in yourself the personality factors which make for success, but you must not use it for acquiring things. The realities which super suggestion creates in your subconscious mind must be limited to intangibles. You can do great harm, okay, to your ability to reach your chosen goals if you try to use super suggestion for your tangible things, okay? Here's why. Super suggestion creates full belief even before the subject goal has arrived. This is fine with the mental and emotional and behavioral patterns that you're seeking, okay? But remember, guys, we got to have the behavioral patterns in place before the big things will come. Universe is going to make ready. God, source, is going to make sure we're ready for these things before it gives it to us, okay? Oh, I just got chills. And it's fine to do it with the mental, emotional, behavioral patterns that we're seeking, okay? Once you behave as though these intangible changes have already occurred, they dictate your behavior, and then you're going to reap your benefits, okay? But if the subconscious is assured through super suggestion that you already have the salary, the house, the car you're seeking, your entire subconscious mental level, it ceases to help you acquire them. Does that make sense? If you believe so much, I think I got something. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hold on my desk. Your subconscious, if you've done such a good job with the super suggestion that your subconscious already believes that you have it, it's going to stop working to help give it to you. Okay. You can make your subconscious believe anything. Okay. Remember, okay, when we talked about how the subconscious mind works without logic, okay, it's an uncritical force. When we declare in our fully conscious state that we have the things we are seeking, our conscious mind knows of their future states and edits the information it passes on to the lower levels of our consciousness, okay? By doing that, then all systems work to help us get it, okay? The difference can be summed up in this manner, okay? Daily declarations. And I will make y'all a PDF of this. Let me do that right quick. Sorry. Okay, your daily declarations to be used at least twice a day when you awaken before you go to sleep. And hell, is as many additional times during, you can't do it too much, okay? Can't do it too much. Put the most important ones on a card you can carry with you and read out loud, or at least move your lips and read them as often as you can. $46 on Amazon. Go, girl. Used for both personality and character growth towards your intangible goals, like courage, efficiency, creativity, organization, etc. The attainment of the material, tangible things you need for your happiness and comfort, like the new car, like the new house, like the four-wheelers, the SUVs, all of that stuff. That's what we use the daily declarations for. Super suggestion can be only used once a day, every day. Pick a time that's convenient, like before lunch. Okay. This is for use only on the intangible goals, not things, because this powerful force plugs in directly to the lower levels of your subconscious. Trying to use super suggestions for things would be like trying to plug your record player into the high voltage outlet meant for your stove. Okay. The record player would not function. It blow up. Okay. How to deep condition and use super suggestion. In order to understand the necessary steps you must take so that you can use super suggestion, it's necessary that we explain how and why it works. To help you do this, I've made a graph on the following page. It's in the PDF that I just dropped in Telegram, so y'all can all go pull it up, okay? It attempts to demonstrate the levels of consciousness which all of us may experience at one time or another. As you can see it at the end of the scale is 100% consciousness, a wide awake, alert condition, and where there will be some degree of muscular tension. One of the best examples of this condition of full consciousness might be at the moment of participation at top level of efficiency in some sport involving careful attention, speedy reactions, muscle energy, etc. At the very opposite of the scale is a very deep coma, an unconsciousness so complete that the person can't even be aroused from it medically. As you examine the various degrees of consciousness, imagine, if you will, how you would react at each stage to suggestions from a source outside your own body, okay? From top form sports champion, inert and alert, is not swayed from what he's doing, even by the shouts from the spectators. His own mind is full and in control of his consciousness. He's not about to take any suggestions from any unskilled member of the watching crowd, right? Right? Yet the same athlete, awakened from a sound sleep, still drowsy, might be fooled into running for an exit with the false suggestion, get out of here, the room's on fire. Every muscle of his body would then be reacting, not to his own conscious mind, but to the suggestion. These two examples, suggestion rejection on the playing field and suggestion acceptance in the half awakened state, can be very helpful to our effective use of super suggestion. Y'all get where I'm coming at? Do y'all get where I'm coming at? Note that in both cases, the same mind was the subject of an outside suggestion. The only differences were the condition of consciousness at the moment of suggestion and the power of suggestion. In the suggestion rejection case, we had a fully conscious, concentrated mind, super laser focused. The suggestion was one, oh, my nose itching. What did we say that meant the other day? Okay. I was in Dallas talking about that. Anyway. In the suggestion rejection case, we had a fully conscious, concentrated mind. The suggestion was one but of many shouts, with little chance of penetrating the subject's consciousness, okay? In the accepted suggestion situation, the level of consciousness was far down the scale. Thus, it was more readily acceptable to use the suggestion. And the suggestion itself was clear, urgent, and without outside interference. Preparing to use super suggestion, we set up the suggestion acceptance condition, which is best for reaching the open level of consciousness. Okay, presenting the suggestion in the most powerful manner, Therefore, okay, when you're first learning to use super suggestion, it's best to, 1, condition yourself in a quiet, darkened room. 2, sit in a comfortable position and relax your muscles. 3, close your eyes. So crazy. When I meditate, I used to think that to meditate, I either had to be sitting straight up like that or laid flat out on my bed with my, y'all can't see, with my arms out to my side, palms up. I like my shirt. God, family 4X. As I got more into my meditative state and deeper into my meditation, I learned that I could lay on my stomach with my head turned sideways and my right leg kicked out, because that is how I am most comfortable, okay? Taking these steps, you reduce many of the consciousness factors of our athletic friend in the suggestion rejection example, okay? Like folding your hands in your lap or resting them on the armchair causes you to reduce muscular tension. Closing your eyes, you close off the perception of all these extra things going on around. The quietness of the room reduces the distractions of the noise around you, okay? No. It says don't lay down. Anyway. Do not lay down as you prepare or condition yourself to use super suggestion. Since, as you could check on the draft, you're moving to a lower level of consciousness, it would be very easy to fall asleep. Yeah, okay. I do fall asleep a lot when meditating. I do. I fall asleep a lot while I'm meditating. But if I'm listening to like guided meditations, it still works because my subconscious still hears it. But for this, we're not going to lay down. We're just gonna sit and relax, okay? I have known many people who use a super suggestion of sleeping in order to solve their problem of insomnia. This matter of relaxing muscular tension is one of which people have considerable trouble achieving. For them, I suggest the following. As you're sitting in your chair, visualize the various parts of your body. Start with the very tips of your toes. Think about them relaxing. Slowly, gradually relaxing. Then your ankles, relaxing. And then slowly move up your body a section at a time, thinking of that specific part and waiting till you feel it relax. Don't make it relax. Let it relax. Kind of like trading, we can't make the market move. Can't make it relax. Just focus on it and let it relax, okay? By the time you reach the top of your head, you're going to be in good muscular relaxation, okay? Muscular relaxation completed, you're already halfway through the mental conditioning, which the balance of condition prepares you is required for super suggestion. Because the very suggestion process used to relax those muscles has always been establishing mental relaxation as well. Now begin to count silently, slowly, feeling yourself slip gently downward to a perfect level of conditioned consciousness, okay? You're going to count from 1 up to 20. At 20, you will be where you need to be. Once this physical mental condition is completed, you begin to use the super suggestion material you've already prepared for this session before going into your room and commencing the conditioning. Okay? preparing your super suggestion. Unlike your daily declarations, in which you work on everything on your list of goals, super suggestion is used on just one intangible quality at a time. First, select the most basic personality or character qualities from your intangible goals. Since you must work with only one at a time, making your choice should be based on the most important quality first, okay? You will come to use only that one quality for super suggestion until you have attained it. I promise you, it will be attained in far less time than you can imagine. Super suggestion works wonders. Of course, you've reworded your wish for the quality into the present and positive form of a goal. Now select from the wording of the goal 2 or 3 key words. Kind of act sort of like a code, okay, for the entire goal. You do this so you don't have to commit to memorizing the entire declaration to memory, okay? Because remember, guys, we're doing all of this with our eyes closed. Now, you will read the entire declaration each time before you begin the process of relaxing and conditioning down to a lower level of consciousness. Once there, you will repeat the key or code, okay? And that's all that's going to be necessary. The speaking of those words while in the required conditioned state will implant the entire declaration with a force and power beyond your prior imaginings, okay? So let's put it all together. Now, let me list for clarity the entire procedure for using superconscious suggestions. 1, you've prepared one single intangible character, behavior, personality goal. The one quality you feel you need the most. You have selected a key word or 2 to use as a code in your lower level suggestion effort. You're going to go in a dimly lit, darkened room, close the door, seat yourself comfortably. Do your process to relax every muscle. Okay? Read the declaration slowly and carefully. Remember your key words from it as you begin to condition yourself into a lower level of consciousness. Go to your lower level of consciousness, like we outlined previously. Repeat the keywords silently to yourself to implant the declaration at its lower level. Then return to your fully conscious level, thinking as you do that you're going to feel more alert, more relaxed, more energetic than you ever have. That's it. That's all. There's nothing more to do. So you're putting super suggestion to work. The desired effect will come before you know it. How soon? Well, that just depends on how long it takes you to learn to count yourself down. This is going to be a process. I don't want to tell y'all how long it took me to get to that meditative state. It didn't happen the first time. Didn't happen the 5th time. It's just, and that's because our minds are just going. You will learn. Just keep with it. Okay. How well do you learn to count yourself down into deep relaxation? And the frequency and consistency in which you do both your daily declaration and your super suggestion. Are you doing it once a day? Are you doing it every day? Are you skipping days? Consistency is key, guys. Got to do this every day. How can you know you're reaching the proper depth of consciousness? It's difficult to define exactly. It's for a highly personal, subjective feeling when achieved. It's evidence of a proper state. However, it's not a condition similar to like the lit or unlit light bulb. Okay, it's not a completely on or off state. Okay, therefore, as you approach the essential level, you're fading in on it. The deeper you descend, the closer you are to the ultimate level. Super suggestion used any place along the spectrum will be effective. Okay, it will be effective in direct ratio to the degree of conditioning which you have reached. Okay, the more you do this, the more you're going to get closer to that level. Okay, but just doing it any at all is going to help. Okay, and it's going to help for the next time. Okay, how does it feel? Well, there's many answers to this question. There's as many answers as there has people that's done it. However, their answers all contain some of the same elements. Relaxed, almost no body feeling, a little drowsy, sounds fade away, You're going to be more aware that you are you. You will not be unconscious, but you will be remote from the press of normal everyday sensation and thought. It's important for you to know that you'll be able to reach this relaxed condition with greater and greater speed and less effort as you practice it. Like the ability we develop to run rapidly across a well-known path where first we can only inch our way. One word of caution: don't try too hard. Can't force this. Don't try too hard. With everything, be patient with yourself, okay? This is a relaxation effort, not a concentrating effort. Let yourself go. Don't try to make yourself descend, okay? At this point, I want to remind you that this condition into a lower level of consciousness and using super suggestion is only for what? Intangible goals. For changing qualities of basic character, personality, behavior. Do not use this method to acquire the new car, the larger salary, the new home. These goals all require a certain amount of time, but personality changes can be made as rapidly as you can super suggest them. In addition to the basic and lasting personality changes, which we can affect through repeated super suggestion, you'll be able to use this method of conditioning to achieve many short-term advantages. Some things could be like fear of the dentist, late night important work to complete, okay? Or fear of the dentist, used before the visit. Your fear's gone. Late night important work, too tired to complete. Super suggestive of alertness and concentration is going to provide you what you need to get through it. Long drive and you're sleepy. 2 or 3 minutes of a super suggestion of alertness at a side of the road. Perfectly able to continue driving. Interview for a new job, frightened, full of panic. Brief descent and super suggestion of calm and poise. Problem gone. Okay. Can't sleep at night. In bed, a super suggestion of sleep, deep and restful. Success. Pain, dentist, childbirth, etc. Used by one proficient in the preparatory condition, no pain. Okay. Plus factor, which you could add to your conditioning when you begin to develop some degree of ease in its practice, is enhancement of your later consciousness. This is a simple process by means of which you will return to the high consciousness level feeling refreshed, new energy, new vigor. Okay? Who uses that word, vigor? This book was written in the 70s, guys. Your mental outlook will be happier and more confident than it was before you conditioned for super suggestion. Adding this factor is simply a matter of counting backwards as you begin your return from the point of suggestion. 20, 19, 18, etc. As you pass 10 and again 5, tell yourself silently of the conditions that will be yours when you reach 0. In other words, as you're rising from the lower level of consciousness, you make double use of the trip. Not only do you strongly implant the super suggestion on the way up, but you emphasize the energetic feeling of power and well-being, which will be yours once you return to your full state of consciousness. A final point: when and how often do you use super suggestion in preparing to achieve a basic personal quality or goal? As an aid to reaching the fullest efficiency of self-conditioning at the lower level, you need not limit the times that you practice it daily. But as a matter of effectively using a single super suggestion, you'll get the maximum benefit from once a day. However, you can and should use the super suggestion techniques for emergencies, trip to a dentist, job interview, public speaking event, okay? The best time to use this powerful aid to achieving your intangible goals is when you are not tired and you are reasonably alert. Thus, it becomes clear that the first thing in the morning or late at night or just after eating are not the times to condition. If possible, maybe before your lunch or just after work, okay? Maybe if you're on a tighter working schedule. Otherwise, any period that you can set aside when you're typically wide awake, okay? Now you've got the two important tools which makes Dynastock effective: daily declarations and super suggestion. As you can see, they work in the conscious and subconscious levels of our mind. Okay. So next class, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the most powerful tool that Dynastock has to offer. Okay. All right, guys. Please turn your list into goals and start doing your daily declarations, because now we're to do them in the morning, do them in the evening, and then add a super suggestion, meaning out of the ones you wrote for your character, for your behavioral characteristics, the one that you feel that you need the most. Okay. All right, guys. I love you. I will see y'all. The two things I just mentioned. One, please get your list made into goals. Okay. Start doing your daily declarations. And oh my God, it just flipped. Why did that just? Your daily declarations, okay, in the morning and at night, in your super suggestions, at least once a day. Pick that one characteristic that you need the most and do it. Do it repeatedly, okay? So the next time we get together, we're going to go on to the third most powerful thing about all of this. No, thank you for letting me know I froze and I needed to repeat it. But yes, please get your list, turn them into goals, and start doing your daily declarations. All right. I will see you guys in the trading lab tomorrow. I love you so much. Get to your daily declarations. I'm going to bed. Love you guys.